Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So before we dive into a couple of my conspiracy theories about what is going to be exposed at the Vanderpump Rules reunion, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's dive right on in. So as we all know, Alex Baskin, who is one of the, top executive producers of Vanderpump Rules. Him and Lisa Vanderpump essentially started the show. He did an interview with Variety, and he basically said that there's going to be some revelation, some bombshell, some new information that is revealed at the reunion. Let's read what he said, then we'll just go over it. And then we'll go over a couple of conspiracy theories on what this bombshell could be that could affect the entire cast and filming. And then I'll give you what I think is going to happen. My little candy cane conspiracy. So let's go. It says, but Baskin says the need for a delay became clear to him after they filmed the reunion because to move forward, the cast needs to see all three parts, the last of which airs June 7th. Side note, June 7th is going to be the day that we get the bombshell reveal. They're going to milk it. Okay? So that means on June 7th, it has to be a part of the one-on-ones. We know that Andy Cohen does a one-on-one with Schwartz. He does a one-on-one with Raquel. He does a one-on-one with, no, not Schwartz. I'm sorry. He does a one-on-one with Sandoval, Schwartz, and Ariana. So the bombshell has to occur during one of the one-on-ones. Or it could occur with, I don't know if a producer took somebody to the side, if they had some sort of, off the reunion stage conversation. Because you know how sometimes when the reunions get really heated and the cameras will follow someone, they'll follow them like to they'll follow them to like their dressing rooms, right? Their dressing room trailers, and they'll be crying and they'll be all upset and they'll stomp off. So the information could come from a one-on-one, but it could also come from some type of side off-the-cuff conversation that the producers catch on camera and catch on film. So that is an additional way that they could have gotten this information, because Andy Cohen himself is claiming that he doesn't know what Alex Baskin is talking about. He doesn't know what the bombshell is. So either Andy is just saying that because of contracts, they want to make sure that they keep everything hush hush, and he really doesn't know what the bombshell is, or they caught a moment with someone on the cast that they revealed some type of new information that we don't know. We also, don't forget, we saw that there was producers filming with Tom Sandoval and Raquel when he was like, I don't want to film. We got all the vaping photos and all of that stuff. I'm pretty sure that the mic was still on. I'm pretty sure that they were getting that audio or something. So it could have even been a hot mic moment. So there's multiple ways for them to have gotten this new information. I don't think it happened in the group setting, obviously. So either in the one-on-one, or when the cameras followed them to either a dressing room or someplace off, or it was a hot mic moment that they caught. Either somebody was saying something and they didn't realize that the mic was still on, or they did a Lisa Barlow rant, you know what I'm saying? So there's multiple ways for them to have gotten this information. But let's keep going. The reunion is not just a recap of what you know, and it's not just an intense version of the emotion, he says. There is new information. Gasp, what? I'm not saying that it is a mere tease, he adds. This is true. Infuriatingly, Baskin won't spill what he means, even when pressed. I will put it this way. There are revelations, and there are revelations that not all of them know now. So we need a little space. I had thought that we needed cameras on them right away, he says, sounding conclusive. And now I think we need a minute. Sandoval and Ariana are pros at being on reality TV, so presumably they will return, but contracts are only now on the horizon of being renegotiated. And with everything that's happened, it's a fraught decision this time, not an automatic one. I think everyone's wrapping their heads around what that might mean, Baskin says. No one's saying no, I'll say that. But I think it's hard for anybody to say yes right now because they feel like they haven't gotten any reprieve. Okay, so that's the backstory, guys. That's the backstory. That's what we know about what's going on. Now, let's watch this TikTok clip. And shout out to my candy cane, Nataski, for sending me this, where this woman, let me see her TikTok name. I'll get the TikTok name, where she breaks down different conspiracy theories on what they think the bombshell is going to be at the reunion. And then she gives what she thinks it is. So we'll watch, and then I'll give you what I actually think it is, okay?
I'm afraid you're all wrong about your Vanderpump theories. I don't think Lisa knew and helped them cover it up. She's too smart for that, and everyone's still been too friendly to her in their interviews this week to be discovering that. Oh, and they also all went to this Vanderpump Dogs event last night to support Lisa, and this was after Lala said she was heated about something, so I don't see it. Rachel is not pregnant because Sandoval at least would be smart enough not to let this happen on camera if she even suspected she was pregnant at the reunion. I don't think it's a spinoff because the cast would probably know about that, and it's odd to say that that would be revealed at the reunion to the rest of the cast. It doesn't make sense to me. I think it happens in the one-on-ones, like a lot of people have said, and I think it's about this guy in the middle right here. I think it's about how much Tom Schwartz knew, how much he helped them cover up the affair, have a place to have the affair, etc., etc. And I think production's been negotiating with people who refuse to film with Sandoval and Rachel, and they're now realizing they're going to have to prepare for those same people not to want to film with Schwartz anymore. I'm afraid you're all wrong about your Vanderpump.
Okay. Now, this is where I think she gets it wrong and gets it right. But let's quickly recap. I agree. I don't think that the revelation has anything to do with Lisa Vanderpump. She's doing her thing. She's booked and busy. She could care less. I don't think that she knew about the actual affair between Raquel and Sandoval. So agreed, that's not it. I also agree that Raquel is not pregnant, but not for that reason. I think the reason why I don't think Raquel is pregnant is because I don't think that Tom Sandoval is acting like a guy who has a baby on the way. And people are like, well, she could have gotten pregnant by somebody else. Yeah, she could have gotten pregnant by somebody else. But then what does that really have to do with Vanderpump and the rest of the cast? Why would Raquel being pregnant by somebody else affect the future of Vanderpump Rules in the cast? It would be like, okay, baby girl, just go ahead and have your baby and pop off. Nobody wants to film with you anyway. So I don't think that Tom Sandoval is moving like he has a baby on the way. That's why I don't think Raquel is pregnant. Okay, I agree. Spinoff, no, that doesn't make any sense either. Just for exactly what she said, you're not announcing to the cast that they're doesn't make any sense. Agreed. Now, Tom Schwartz. Oh, wait, before I get into the theory about Tom Schwartz, I have one conspiracy theory about Rachel's and babies. This is one theory I thought, that the bombshell isn't that Rachel is pregnant. It's that Rachel was pregnant, that Tom Sandoval did knock her up and he convinced her to no longer proceed with the pregnancy, if you know what I mean. If you remember, Patrick Summers, yes, Beverly Hills Lisa Rinna, Patrick Summers, came out when this first broke and said that his friend was also having sex with Tom Sandoval, got pregnant, and he pressured her into no longer being pregnant and no longer going along to fruition with the pregnancy, if you get what I'm saying. So I think that could be it, that Raquel had been pregnant and that's what's revealed. But I also think there's a different conspiracy theory that I also think. And this does have to do with Tom Schwartz. Now, and the TikToker, her name is Felony Melanie, because I want to cite my source, Felony Melanie. That's the TikToker. And shout out to Nataski who sent me this. So I agree in my second conspiracy and my main conspiracy theory about this. I agree that it does have to do with Tom Schwartz, but I don't think it's that Tom Schwartz knew for longer and how much he helped them, because we already know We already know that he was at Schwartz's doing the FaceTime sex video. We already know that Tom and Schwartz were doing double dates with Joe and Raquel. They were up in Big Bear. People caught them at the restaurant and heckled them out. Jax Taylor has talked about it. Kristen Doty has talked about it. Katie Maloney has talked about it. It was even revealed on the promo for the reunion itself when Schwartz is like, oh, I knew in August. And then Sandoval's like, you knew in August? And he's like, yeah. And then Lala goes, oh, you didn't get your timeline straight? So that's not a reveal. And I don't think that the fact that Schwartz knew longer and helped him cover it up, A, is a reveal, and B, would jeopardize whether or not people want to film and they need to take a minute. I don't think that's it, because we already know that. Like, we already know that they were all together. So that's not new information. You could go on anybody's podcast and they'll tell you that. Kristen Doty was talking about it. Jax Taylor, they all were talking about it, how much Schwartz knew and how much he was involved in doing the double date. So that's not new information. Now, this is what I think my main conspiracy theory is when it comes to this. I think Rachel and Tom Schwartz either had sex or they came very close to having sex. And I don't think that Sandoval knows. I think that the extent of the whole Tom Schwartz and Raquel Rachel situation went a lot further than just the creepy Mexico kiss. Because don't you remember in the season finale when Tom Schwartz shows Sandoval the text message that Katie sent him, how a blogger had sent her saying that a text saying, oh, spotted Schwartz and Raquel making out all night, blah, 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 blah. And Tom Sandoval tears the phone out of his hand. And he goes, wait, what? That's not true. And he's like, yeah, I know, man. They're just going crazy. I think the extent between Raquel's and Tom Schwartz's hookup affair was a lot longer and a lot more intense than anybody knows. And I think that's going to be why Alex Baskin is saying, oh, the dynamics are going to change. People are going to look at people differently and all of that stuff. What if the dynamic that changes is between Sandoval and Schwartz? What if it's Rachel Raquel? Because remember, she was always like, oh, I was kind of into Schwartz, and it didn't happen because of what Katie said, and we just had to sort of experiment with the feelings, and I wanted to know what it was like, blah, 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 blah. What if the affair, well, I don't even know if it's an affair because they're saying in everybody's faces, but what if Rachel and Schwartz, their whole situation was a lot deeper and further than anybody knows, including Sandoval? I think that would be the biggest bombshell. That would be the biggest betrayal. Because the truth is, if we're being honest, Vanderpump Rules, the biggest love story of Vanderpump Rules is the love story between Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz. Their bromance is the longest lasting, true anchor love story of that show. It's literally Tom. And Kate Arthur, who wrote the Variety article, also said that on Nick Viall's podcast, that the true love story of Vanderpump Rules has always been between Tom and Tom. That to me would be a big bombshell. I think Katie would have to take a beat. I think Sandoval, I think that would be the biggest thing. Not that he helped Tom Schwartz cover it up. That's not new news. They've been covering for each other since day one, and everybody's saying that. But to have Schwartz betray Tom Sandoval, that would be a bombshell. That would be, we need to take a beat and see what happens. That would be who's going to film. Right? But put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. What are your conspiracy theories? Will you be watching the reunion? And yeah, put it all there down below. So with that, you guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.
Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon.